Ladies and gentlemen, the New York Mets are back. We're back. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the third episode of Queen's Hive, where we shoot up and talk Mets baseball. I'm your host, Carmine. And today was the big turnaround. I really do believe so. I mean, everything fell into play. A beautiful game offensively for our New York Metropolitans. A beautiful game offensively. And like I've been saying, it starts with our captain, Lindor. And it has been just phenomenal stuff out of him in the last 7 games. 11 hits, a .379 batting average, 3 home runs, and 6 RBIs for the captain. It's been electric stuff out of him. He's hitting the ball well. He's getting those runs in, and it's starting to feed off of each player. And I love to see it. That's what a captain does. Again, great stuff from him. Pete Alonso, another guy. He got another hit today. Drove in limo. But let's get into the gameplay before we give every player their beautiful aura of what they're good at, I guess you could say. But let's get into it, shall we? We get into the bottom of the third after Mclean's beautiful 2 innings, and of course we're going to talk about him. He's the star of this episode right now. Francisco Lindor doubles his 24th of the year. He gets in Beatty. Then a beautiful, beautiful double play by Nolan Mclean. I mean, that was probably the coolest play I've ever seen. I was obviously the game Queen's Hive in the building, of course. Beautiful around the play, around the hook catch. Throws down to second. Julio Rodriguez was hitting too, which I thought was pretty impressive. That was a very attractive double play. I mean, just great stuff by Nolan Mclean. I mean, fantastic game by him. And yeah, but I mean, let's get into his stat line. Beautiful stuff. Like I said, 5.1 innings pitched. We've had our struggle with that with starters, not really doing 5 to 6 stuff. But this player, he attracts the fan base. He's pumped up. He made that beautiful play. He strikes out batters, and he's attracting the fan base. That's what I say when I mean he's an attractive type of player. He's attracting all of us towards his gameplay. He's been a fantastic type of guy this whole game. Love to see it. But like I said, 5.1 innings pitched, 2 hits, 0 earned runs, and 8 Ks. His first strikeout was to Randy Arozarena. And one of the swing and misses was a sword, which I thought was pretty sick. I mean, it's his first at bat in the big leagues facing someone. That's pretty sick. But, I mean, just a great start. But let's get into the scouting report. This will be the first scouting report in Queen's Hive history. And let's talk about the future core. Like I said, Nolan Mclean, obviously one of them. He'll be talked about a lot in this episode. Brandon Sprott and Jonah Flipping Tongue made his first AAA debut today after being called up to Syracuse. 5.2 innings pitched, 3 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 9 Ks. Very similar to game to Nolan Mclean. Obviously, the one strikeout more, but just great stuff we love to see out of our young baby Mets. And I think, honestly, those 3 are the future. Brandon Sprott, obviously, he's been pretty decent. Obviously, his ERA is a little inflated, but he's young, and he'll be molded into the system well when he's called up. I mean, people are saying Jonah Tongue's the next DeGrom. That could be a good thing, but I obviously don't want the same story for him. It's a heartbreaker what happened with DeGrom on the Mets. Absolutely so sad. But if we need that type of player to come, I mean, I'll take him. And we need another ace. This team's pitching is a little. But listen, we'll take him if he's that good. But I think maybe he could be the next DeGrom. Hopefully. We'll see. But good stuff out of the young Mets. But yeah, let's get into the pitching again. Gregory Soto, since coming to the Mets, 8.1 innings pitched, 0 runs, 8 Ks, 1 walk. Fantastic stuff out of him. He pitched 1.2 innings today, 2 Ks, and he's a .322 ERA in the season. I think this was a very smart move on Stearns. I think it was a very smart move. I've been saying, the Mets should get a type of pitcher like him. I think he's probably the mid-reliever role right now, I guess you could say. He has that cutting sinker that just gets hitters away, pulling out. I think it's just disgusting stuff. I think he's a good mid-reliever. He hasn't given up any runs as a Met so far, which I love. That's really the only thing I need you to do as a Met is not give up dang runs, and he does that. Edwin Diaz, good stuff. I know he hit that one home run, and I can't stress it enough. I was at the game today, and I was saying to my buddies, I was like, I mean, how many fastballs is this guy going to throw? Fastball, fastball, fastball. I at least saw 10 straight fastballs. And I'm like, what is this guy doing? Try the slider. I think he should be smarter. I don't know if it's Alvarez or Terrence or the Hefner or the coaching staff telling him, throw the fastball at hitters. But Suarez is, he's a fastball hitter. He likes the fastball. He's a power hitter. I think you should use the slider more with him. And I kept saying, I was like, throw the damn slider. And hit the home run. That was his 38th of the year in left center field. And then they had the one run. Everyone was like, oh, crap, we're going to freaking sell it. We're going to sell it again. But we didn't. Thank Jesus Lord we did not sell it, because I would have lost my mind. And this would have not been a happy episode like it is. There would be a lot of screaming. I know last episode it was kind of, but not too much. And Jake knows my temper. He was watching the game at home and I was at the game. Anyways. But just, great stuff. I thought Mendoza did a good job today. I know he got booed with the whole, Nolan Mclean getting out and stuff. The guy had, 91 pitches, I think. And I was booed, too, honestly. I think I would have kept him in. But strategic. I respect it. Edwin Diaz pitched the 8th of the 9th, which I thought was very interesting. But I thought it was smart in the moment because of the way the order was going to be. But yeah, I thought it was a good game. I know Mendoza's been struggling on and off with the season. But let's get into the history. I mean, the Mets broke some history tonight. Some good stuff. Pete Alonso reaches 100 RBIs, ties Kyle Riley with the Major League lead. He's second in the Mets in history with four seasons now with 100-plus RBIs. David Wright is first, of course, the captain, before Lindor. Well, at least I think Lindor should be captain, but what do I know? And speaking of the devil, Francisco Lindor, first shortstop in history with 5 2020 seasons. Again, like I said, Anton Richardson has been fantastic with these stolen bases. I mean, everyone is just stealing bases. I just love to see it. Lindor, of course, leading the team. Soto has a couple. Beatty will grab some here and there. Love to see it. And let's talk about some news. I mean, Acuna's back in the clubhouse, of course. I think it will be good with the speed problem, I guess, with the Mets. I know we're saying we're stealing a lot of bases, but we also need a lot of runs coming in. I feel like the third base coach, even today, setting Lindor was a little questionable. I think he's been a little icky. One in Milwaukee with Marte, but again, these guys have good arms now. The game's changing. A lot of outfielders are having more important role into the game. I don't know what that bat's doing, but yeah, I think it was a good move bringing Acuna back in the clubhouse. The only thing I thought was a little questionable, Paul Blackburn has been DFA'd. He's gone after a good game too against Atlanta, and I'm like, but he pitched a good game. I think he's been hurt, give him more shot. But no, we DFA'd him. I think Frankie Montas should have been DFA'd a long time ago. But again, I'm not David Stearns. I'm not Steve Cohen. But he should have been DFA'd a long time ago. I think Holmes could be in the bullpen. He's been very inconsistent when it starts. Very, very inconsistent when it starts. But I think Holmes has the experience as a closer with the Yankees. I think he'd be a good piece you could use as a long reliever, mid-reliever to help out Soto, and that bullpen. Halsey has not been really the best. But yeah, just little things. But Nolan Mclean will make his next start on Friday in Atlanta. And like I said, he had an electric start today. That curveball was just amazing. Josh Naylor was looking like a silly goose out there. And again, he sorted a Rosarena, like I said. Great stuff out of Mclean. I love the way he went about his business today. His first win, obviously. Like the double play, I thought was very impressive, like I said. But good stuff by him. The Mets are now 65-58. Hopefully that's good enough. The Reds need to start losing more. But yeah, all around, good stuff I saw today. Tomorrow will be the Little League Classic, 7:10, in Williamsport, PA, of course. Clay Holmes will take the hill. I think he should be in the bullpen. Maybe call up a Brandon Sprott. Maybe even a Tongue. I don't know. But yeah, Clay Holmes will take it. 3.71 ERA for him. 101 strikeouts. Not bad. But just more of a bullpen guy, in my opinion. I know I was a big supporter originally of him being a starter, but I think he's just being the bullpen, honestly, right now. It's just not the situation I really need him to be a starter. But yeah, that should wrap it up. Great stuff that I saw out of the Mets. Thank you all for watching. This will be the third episode of Queen's Hive, where we suit up and talk Mets baseball. God bless you, and good night. Me and Jake will be signing off.